What's going on YouTube? This is B-Boy Turk 1990 and this is my Fires Collection 2016 Blue Wave deck. Yeah, the most of the main deck is still the same. It's just the Stride deck is different. And there is a couple of cards I'm missing, but I already bought them. And once they come by, I'm gonna put them and I'm gonna make another video with those added and maybe some few changes in this deck itself, but so far I have to play test it before I even think of changing anything. So right now the starter of this deck is the same thing: Blue Wave Dragon Dagger Master Draco Kid. Really good, combines well with the crit triggers for Blue Wave, and I love the skill, especially if you do like the Tetra Boil turn. It just makes it like very live, because it's like every time if it's second or more you attack, you draw a card. So this basically gives you hand, especially if you combine it with the crit triggers. So I'm gonna go with the grade 3s. Yeah, I'm doing it this format just because I kind of miss doing it this way, but anyways. So for grade 3s, always sorry, there's a glare around here. That's better. So yeah, for the grade 3s, I play 4 Blue Wave Dragon, Anger Boil Dragon. This is the boss monster of the deck, because when you already attack with one of your rear guards, if it's a wave 2, if you have Tetra Boil on him, that's specific. If you have Tetra Boil on him, you do a Tetra Boil play. You can restand any of your rear guards and it will gain a 3k to the turn, and plus Tetra Boil will be 29,000 instead of 26,000. Gives that 3k boost. And then I play 4 Tetra Drive Dragon. Let me just put this here. So I play 4 Blue Wave Dragon Tetra Drive Dragon. Basically the limit break one. I wouldn't write on this a lot of times, nor would I use a skill, unless it's like a desperation attempt. I usually mostly use it for stride or rear guard, but other than that, he's pretty good. I like his skill in limit, which is limit break 4. At the end of the battle that this unit attack the vanguard, if it is the second battle of that turn, until end of turn this unit gets, you counterblast 2 and choose 2 of your Aqua Force units from your hand and discard them. And at the end of the battle that your rear guard attacks a vanguard, if it's the 4th battle of that turn, you may pay the cost. If you do, you restand them. So he's basically just Tetra Boil, but a grade 3 version Tetra Boil Dragon. And also like this unit, and he also gets plus 2,000 if you counterblast one. So it's almost like Ancient Dragon Tyranno Legend with his skill, because if you counterblast one, he gains, I believe, 2,000 or 3,000, 5,000 is it? I think it's 5,000. Yeah. So yeah, Tetra Boil is pretty good. I mean, not Tetra Boil, Tetra Drive Dragon. Now onto my grade 2s. This is a Blue Wave, so you gotta play. So I play 4 Blue Wave Marine General Foibles. Basically, he's the restander, and he does get big when you use his skill. If you stack triggers on him, it's good. Dava's turn is good. A lot of times, this card is really good to have on as a rear guard. There's nothing much more I can say. He's like my favorite grade 2 in this deck. Then next, this is the obvious one, the MVP of the deck, the LeBron James of the Blue Wave of any Aqua Force deck, Tidal Assault, because he combos very well with a lot of decks. Even with this deck, is so good. I can even use like the Dispatch Seagull, give him the boost, attack, restand him. If I get trigger, stack it on him. He's a really great grade 2 to have. So there's nothing more I can say. Play Tidal Assault in any of your Aqua Force decks. And then last and certainly not least, 3 Magnum Assaults. He's a decent card, but like maybe I might change him to a different grade 2 unit, possibly Nectarios. It depends on how well I play test this, because I probably would play this in my locals on Wednesday at Cool Stuff, same as the guys I know, Team Ubermensch, which you should check out their channel. It's a really great channel. You probably will get so much information out of them from them. So yeah, type Magnum Assault. It's a GB skill. You can, if he was boosted, so it's like the Amber clone, to put it that way. You can withstand him and you will gain 2k. That's not bad. So it's really, I find them pretty decent. Now on to my grade 1s. For flippers, you do counterblast in this deck a lot, so definitely will play Play-Doh. Next, for Stridonators, you are going to stride in this deck, since now there's 16 strides now. You want to bring up the Stridonators. 3 Blue Wave Soldier Bright Shooter. Basically, if I use my Tetra Boil or Anger Boil as stride material, if you use a 4th battle or more and boosted someone, I basically can get him back. I can get some more plays out of it, get more grade 3 targets to ride on, and use it. I'll probably even use Tetra Boil Dragon Scale, the limit break. And last and certainly not least, 3 Dispatch Mission Seagull Soldier. Basically, if I Soul Blast something, I get to give one of my units a 3k boost. And if you boost it, and if it's a 4th battle or more, if it's GB1, he comes back to my hand. So really, overall, great card, grade 1 to use, especially if you put it on like the Title Assault or the Foibles, maybe even a Tetra. Now that was my grade 1s. Onto my triggers. As always, 8 Blue Wave crits. Basically, like I talked about with Draco Kid, he's if you use this skill, you just put it back in the deck, and you can you draw every 2nd wave or more. Then 4 unflip crits. Simple as that. Just put them in the soul, unflip the damage. 4 Battle Siren Malika. For soul purposes, especially if you're using Dispatch, especially for this card, the Dispatch Seagull Soldier. So like, you give the boost to a unit, and you can also use it as Soul Blast target for Seagull. And last but not least, 4 heals, because you do need to heal, and now they're a lot more useful than just healing and guarding. Now you can use them to sacrifice for G Guardians. It's amazing. So that was my main deck, and now onto my strides. So if you see the 2 MDCs, that's just the cards I'm missing, but I'll tell you what they are. I play 4 Tetra Boil Dragon, 4 Blue Wave Martial Dragon Tetra Boil Dragons. Basically, he's MVP in a sense, because, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry my phone by accident. Yeah, he's MVP in this deck because he can attack twice if you use his skill, and you might only get a twin drive, but that's okay because I have my rear guard, so he will probably guard 4, and then he can even waste a perfect guard on the first attack. I withstand him, and then I can attack again. Give him the even if it gets perfect guarded twice, I could just stack my triggers and my rear guards, and they probably will have nothing to guard except G Guardians. That's it. Next, I play 4 Lambroses. I think I had to trade for these 2 instead of buying 2 of these. So yeah, 4 Lambroses. I decided to go for 4 Lambros instead of 4 Davos Stride because, one, I think this Lambrosis could benefit me more because of more attacks. If I was playing the Davos deck, yeah, I'll pay for the Davos Stride, but I'm playing the Blue Wave, so 4 Lambros is a better option. So like with Lambros, his skill is basically like if he attacks if it's the 4th battle, you pay the cost to just basically just persona flip him. That's it. That's cost is pretty free. And if you have more than 2 G zone cards, G units faced up, I can restand 2 of my rear guards, and they gain 10k, which is amazing to use, which is pretty amazing, especially if you have like a stacked up Tidal Assault or foibles, or even both of them in. But me, I personally just stack up the more on the foibles than to the Tidal Assaults, because I just think I like foibles. I know Tidal Assaults are really amazing, but I just like foibles because it doesn't mind his attack power, and it seems a bit more threatening. So yeah, for Lambros. Then I play 2 Thalas. I use them like 3rd stride or 4th stride to get the give the skill to my foibles, and I can retire. So yeah, Thala stride is good. Then I play 1 Christos. Basically, like I give my again, it's really good if I use if I have Tidal Assault or foibles, because it's when they attack, because it gives them the skill. Like you counterblast 1, and when he attacks the Vanguard, it's only in the 1st wave. So if he attacks the Vanguard, I can give 2 of my units 10k, 2k, and if it's the 3rd wave or 4th wave, and if they hit, I get to draw a card. So it basically just gives me hand. 1 Marine General of Heavily Sailed Aristotle. This is only if it's the 3rd wave or more. I counterblast 1. If this unit attacks the Vanguard, I can pay the cost, and if I do, I could choose one of my opponent's rear guards and I can retire it. So he basically just attacks them and can retire a rear guard. That's bonkers. Then I play 2 G Guardians to Floatia. Basically, like I just discard a heal. If it's the 1st wave or 2nd wave, it gains 5k. Honestly, it's decent, but I wouldn't say it's one of the. It could have been a little better if there was like multiple waves instead of the 1st wave or 2nd, because, or better yet, if you word it as like if your Vanguard attacks no matter what wave, it gains 5,000. So that would have been better for this G Guardian, because the skill it has, it's like they could play around that, and you want to be careful like when you want to use the G Guardian. So yeah. And then I have these 2 sleeves, but they're reserved for ones I'm getting. One's gonna be Dismal and one Screw, the Clay Elemental G Guardians. Dismal, like my friend Brian from Team Ubermensch says, always protect your Tidal Assaults. And Screw, just because of the big huge gain. Oh, I almost forgot to mention it with Dismal. It's basically with Dismal, no matter what deck you play, you want to give the resist, and it cannot be hit for your vital rear guards, like Tidal Assaults for Aqua Force, maybe Laurel for Deep Police, and etc. And Screw is just to become a bigger shield. So they'll come in the mail soon. They'll probably come by soon. So that is my Blue Wave deck profile post Finals Collection 2016. And this is B-Boy Target 1990 saying deuces. Oh, and one more thing. I will make a video about my experiences in Japan, so keep on the lookout for that video. So this is B-Boy Target 1990 saying deuces.